Hi, it's Lisa Cuneo and welcome to my scrapbook table. This layout is for the weekly hop that we do called Scraplift Crafternoon, and we have scraplifted this layout from Dragonflyd is the name on Instagram, and there will be a link in the description box below. Here's the layout, and there are lots of individual squares, and I'm going to spread this. Originally I thought it would be two 12 by 12 pages, but it ends up a 12 by 12 and a 6 by 12. So I am using the Rust and Revs collection from 49 and Market. These are pictures taken in downtown Pittsburgh, and I thought not so much the car stuff, but the industrial feel worked well with my photographs. So I have several 2 by 2 pieces, or actually they're 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. So I used my edge distressor from Some Assemblage Required and did the edges of all of these. It took an inordinately long period of time, and I didn't need so many, so now I have some left for another project. But I did that, and I also inked all of the edges. So there's the stack there, and I think I used Vintage Photo Oxide. It might be the other dark brown, I can't remember for sure. This is the next day, so I had forgotten that I had already shown the video. So now I pulled out some of the rub-ons, and I'm going to put some on either side of this section where the 2 by 2 squares are going to go, which will create the base for my photos on this mat. So pull these out of the way. I actually end up cutting this in half and using the 2 halves to go down along the side because I didn't need a whole lot and I didn't want to hide most of it. And I'm at a crop. You can tell it's not my usual table there, but I didn't have one of the little stick things that you use for rub-ons, so I just pulled out a pen with a nice rounded smooth top, and that's what I used. It worked just fine. Usually when you're at a crop you can figure out a workaround for what you forgot, or you can borrow it. Sorry, my head's getting in the way there. And there we go. So then I'd start putting down the 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 squares. First I was going to put fun foam behind them, but that raised everything up just too much. So I ended up putting some layers of cardstock behind each one. And that gives it a little bit of dimension, but not quite so much. And I just play with them for a while and figure out something that seems right to me. Then I realize I don't need the ones in the center because they're going to be covered up. I did build up the center with some scrap cardstock though, so that there's not a dip underneath my photo mat. And I decided, I had a few that were like half size, and I stuck one just under the edge there. You don't see much of it, but just a little bit. I didn't have a title chosen for this, so I did go through the, in a minute you'll see, I went through the die cut pieces and found something that would work. It also served the purpose of filling in that gap because I only had these 3 photos for here. And so what I ended up doing, I'm sorry about that phone calling, I took some rub-ons and filled that in, and then I used one of the die cuts, trimmed it into pieces, and made that my title. So here I'm adding some rub-ons on the other side as well. I didn't have one as big, but it still worked out. I just took a couple and used parts of them. Excuse me. So once again, this is for Scraplift Crafternoon. That's where a group of about 10 of us, we don't all get to participate each week, but there are 10 of us. We are led by the wonderful Tara, who is the paper snob here on YouTube, and we choose an online crafter and scraplift them and share their channel or their Instagram accounts with all of you so that you can enjoy them too. So make sure you check out the links below for all the people playing along with Scraplift Crafternoon, as well as Dragonflyd on Instagram, and check out their work. So here's the title. It's Adventure, and I've seen this done a few times lately. Split it into, it's 9 letters, and so split it into 3 rows of 3. And while it's not perfect because there is a place where the white edge does not show because it got cut off, I still like it. I found one of these pieces in my stuff, and I knew it was the strip from a piece of paper, so I went through my envelope of the 12 by 12s, and I found the other one that matched. So I made those be the right and left border of the layout. And then I decided to add a little bit more. I pulled out this Wanderlust, I think it's called, from Creative Memories. I've had it for a couple years now. I do really like it. So I pulled out like a signpost that says so many places to see. And I pulled out some sunglasses, some buildings. I wish there had been a sticker of bridges. That's one thing. If you ever get to drive through Pittsburgh, the bridges are beautiful. I love bridges. And so there go those. Add the sunglasses. And an arrow under the buildings. Because this, there will be more pages after this about this little getaway that we took. And I think that's the last of the stickers that I used. So I put those away. And now I pulled out, I don't know what 49 The Market calls them. They're kind of like enamel dots, but they have designs on them. Maybe they're called flare. I'm not sure. But anyway, there's several round ones, and I just took various ones and scattered them around a little bit. So this is coming up to the end here. There are some still shots. And in the still shots, you'll see the 6 by 12 that I'm adding to the side of this. So thank you, Dragonflyd, for the inspiration. I hope you like what I did with your layout. Those of you who are watching, thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate my viewers. If you liked this video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I hope that you get to scrapbook something with your supplies soon. Have a great day. Bye.